I joined Elevation Trampoline Park as a part-time weekend warrior, never expecting those jumpy trampolines to change my life journey. Hello, my name is Cameron, and this is my story on how I started as an air guard and jumped my way into the general manager position. Starting the job off, I always knew I would want to work my way up into the Sweet Cafe. Coworkers who had been working there for longer than me would always tell me stories about the cafe and all the crazy things that had happened there. Once during rush hour, the cafe stopped what they were doing just to play a game of pickle basketball in the back. The position I was in, I would just look after the people jumping on the trampolines, which I wasn't the biggest fan of, as I thought I could do more than just watching people get hurt. Very quickly, I realized the way to rank up in the job was to always ask to help and to be friends with all the managers. Slowly but surely, I got to know some people like Ricardo, the main cafe worker who got to decide who worked with him. He was all a very bubbly and goofy person outside of work, but inside the cafe was a very different person. We liked to call him Gary whenever he was in the cafe. Then there was Hallie, who had a contagious smile, and she would sell all of our memberships. We also had a supervisor called Justina, who was our main supervisor and always had to end the sentence with a joke. Michael was our general manager who helped whenever needed and was always there for his coworkers. I slowly worked up the rank of being an air guard to working in the cafe with Gary. He seemed to enjoy my company because I started being the only person in there with him. You're not too bad, kid. Gary never complimented anyone, so him just saying that to me always felt a little bit special. I became very good friends with Justina and Michael, trying to improve our workplace chemistry, and they would take us on team building exercises. I joined work time around Christmas, so the first ever exercise we did was a gingerbread house. With all of us getting along with each other at work, it made a great impact on our business. I spent just a few months working there. We were expanding our building. With this expansion coming in, Ricardo, Hallie, and I were chosen to be new supervisors with Justina. Very quickly, I saw the real world kick in as people were saying we didn't deserve it and it should have been them instead. Michael, being the amazing person, always reassured us that we deserved it. You guys earned this for your hard work and commitment to the park. Michael saying this to me helped me so much because I didn't think I deserved it and wouldn't have accepted the promotion without him. Having the supervisor position, I had different responsibilities than before, as now I'm watching over the cafe and front desk workers to make sure everything is running smoothly. I enjoyed the new position I was in, and I started working out with Michael, and he would tell me his life goals all the time. Do you ever think about just leaving town and exploring the world? When he said this to me, I couldn't tell if he was trying to give me a hint that he would be leaving. On one random Thursday morning, Michael announced to us that he would be leaving Elevation. I was devastated by this news as I had been viewing him as my mentor on running a business as I had always wanted to do. On running a business I had always wanted to do the same. He was leaving for Japan because he had found someone online and was going to marry her there and live there forever. Elevation needed a new manager, and little did I know that he had his destiny's eyes set on me. Upon hearing this news, all team leaders had an emergency meeting to find out who would become the new interim manager. Everybody voted on who would become the new manager, and I found myself being elected for it. My stomach turned as I asked myself if I had what it takes to lead this team. If I was up to the job, I reminded myself of what Michael had said to me, and I knew I had to take this opportunity to prove myself. Taking this position, I knew I would face many challenges, but always use them as an opportunity to learn. I was driven to keep our work environment collaborative and positive. Many issues came up, like broken trampolines and having to come in at 5 in the morning just to fix them. We even had a raccoon issue once in our cafe, but that's a whole nother story. For each issue, there was an opportunity for us to show leadership the way Hallie's cheerful personality helped with customer complaints, Gary's impeccable food making helped the hungry customers, and Justina making sure all the trampolines were working correctly. The turning point in my intern position was on a regular weekend. We had an unexpected surge of customers come in. A lot of the team was overwhelmed with the amount of people showing up, so I knew this would be my biggest challenge yet. The line seemed like it was going out the door, and tempers were very short from the hot day. I quickly assembled our team and gave out orders like a general on the field. Hallie dealt with the queue, while Gary was getting all of the icy cups ready. The park quickly turned into a fully running machine, and the frowns quickly jumped into smiles in the customers' faces. The success of that crazy day was the turning point of not only the park, but myself. The owners saw my work and I had done, and then a turn of events had to offer me the opportunity to become a general manager. This promotion gave the challenges to look over the financial aspects of the park and the schedule of team members. With each challenge I faced, I felt like I not only grew as a manager but as a person. Years had passed and elevation had turned into a place of happiness and joy, from once being a group of individuals to being a family. As I saw the kids and adults who jumped through the air, I felt a sense of pride and joy. Through all the things I have experienced, I realized that leadership wasn't just about climbing the corporate ladder, it was about lifting others along the way, the way Michael had done to me. And so, the park lived on to be a haven of dreams, where each bounce showed the spirit of the team that came together.